Meanwhile, Netflix making a long-term deal to bring WWE's flagship program Raw to the streaming service. This marks a major programming shift for Raw as it gears up to leave linear television for the first time. Yahoo Finance's Alexandra Canals here with the details. Allie.
Hi, and you know what, guys? This made me think about all of the streaming services out there, big and small, that are competing for these sports rights. And this is something that Netflix has said over the past year or so they're not really interested in doing. They don't want to go too deep into sports. Now, you could argue WWE, it's more live sports entertainment, perhaps. And if you look
Is it sports, Allie? Is it sports?
That is the big question here.
I like that framing. Live sports entertainment.
Yes, and that's what analysts have really said. We haven't quite seen Netflix dive into the live sports component just yet. And if you take a look at a company like Amazon, I mean, they shelled out over $100 billion for their deal with the NFL. Comcast Peacock paid $110 million for one playoff game for the NFL. So this is serious money that we're talking here. And Netflix has historically said, I'm saying in the past year or so, and sports rights have really become more of an opportunity here, that they're not ready to spend that kind of money just yet. Now, across Wall Street, across the industry, they say they're going to have to at some point. I mean, sports is the last frontier for streaming. And what does that mean for the cable bundle? Cable bundle, I mean, it's going to be dead. I think in the next 10 years, we're not going to see cable coming around much more because sports is really the one thing that's hooking consumers, that's hooking viewers to continue to pay for those types of packages. If you can get that on streaming, why would you continue to pay for cable? So that's something that I think is going to be a major shift in the industry moving forward.
Whether it's sports is interesting. And I'm not trying to insult WWE. I got producers in my control room,
that's a big
huge
question.
fans. I would never disrespect the athletes who are that much bigger. But it's sort of like, when I think about WWE, I think like live, unscripted kind of storytelling.
And some even say it is scripted.
I mean, listen, if Is It Cake is already on Netflix, you could argue they're already in the live sports entertainment business. Like, they have all those competition shows.
That's
right?
true.
Isn't that the
kind
of the same thing?
Competition. They have the Squid Game competition.
That feels like a very elastic definition of sports at that point. I gotta tell you. I don't think that's what people are thinking when they think sports and Netflix. I don't think that's where they're going. The question is whether this is like paving the way to real sports. I don't know if WWE.
I do think it is the first step for Netflix to really start to embrace. I hesitate to say real sports, but I think like NFL, MLB, those types of things. But we'll see if they'll get there.
Yeah.